Donald Trump has found another target for his tariffs, and that is the so-called BRICS countries, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Now, BRICS is an idea for another currency, kind of like the euro, except the way I understand it is it wouldn't replace their own currency in their own country. It would be some kind of a combined currency that would only be used for making purchases um, between each other and other countries, things like that, and for international trade. And Donald Trump is going after him basically because he thinks it's an attack on the American dollar, which it kind of is. Because like 90% of all trade throughout the world is traded in American dollars. Now, that doesn't mean that um, they actually use US currency, but that means when they calculate the value of something, they calculate it at the US dollar price, and then they would translate it into that country's currency, the way I understand it. Now, I could be wrong about that, and maybe they do actually trade in the US dollar, but it's all done, with the strength of the US dollar behind it. And there are some countries where you go in there and you can, buy stuff with the American dollar better than you can the local currency. So we'll see what happens here. But Donald Trump is against this idea and basically said if they do form this other currency for trade, um, then he would impose 100% tariff on them and basically lock them out of the U.S. economy. Well, putting a tariff on doesn't lock them out of the economy. Once again, Donald Trump doesn't understand what a tariff is. That would just mean everything that comes in from those countries that we buy is now 100% more expensive. We've been over this with tariffs from other countries. And I don't know how that would work if that's 100, like for China, where he's already talking 35% tariffs. Is he talking an additional 100%, making everything 135% more expensive? Or is this just up to 100%, regardless of where they were at before? So we will see what happens as far as that, because he's afraid of what it is going to do to the American dollar on the global stage, whether it's going to strengthen or if it's going to weaken the dollar, things like that. So Donald Trump trying to bully his way around again with these threats of tariffs because it's a word he understands that, but he doesn't understand what they are. So he throws it out there because he knows it's something he can do, but he doesn't understand what they are, what they mean, and how it would hurt the American economy. So we'll see if somebody else can get through to him between now and whenever this happens, or if this currency even does come into being if Donald Trump does something. But he's got another target for the tariff, and I think that's going to be one of his favorite bully moves for this term, is going to be threatening everybody with tariffs until he sees the actual devastation it does to the American economy.